5247 or 213-338-8477 and enter meeting ID 965-3669-9762. This information is also available on the published agenda in the public notices section of the city website and on the broadcast of this meeting on CTN Channel 16, AT&T Channel 99, and online at a2gov.org/watchctn. Here's an overview of the sequence of events for each hearing on the agenda. First, Planning Services staff will deliver their report, followed by a report from this month's Commissioner Review Committee. Then the applicant will provide their presentation and answer any questions from the commissioners. At that point, the hearing will be open for public comment. Following public comment, the commission will make a motion and discuss the application. Finally, the approval from a majority of commissioners present will be required for a certificate of appropriateness to be granted. Now, of course, we don't have any hearings today, but I just included that in case anyone was curious who was watching this. So the next step is to call the roll. So Mariana, please.
Commissioner Rockland.
I'm here.
Commissioner Kaplan.
Here.
Commissioner Calderon.
Here.
Commissioner Ross.
Present.
Commissioner Smith.
Present.
Commissioner Carter.
Here.
Commissioner Nisbet.
Here.
You have a quorum.
This is great. We've got the whole crew here tonight, and so we'll go on to the approval of the agenda. And I'm just wondering if there's any changes or deletions or, okay. I'm not seeing any, so hearing and seeing no objection, the agenda is approved as presented. Next, we'll move on to public comment. This is an opportunity for members of the public to speak to the Historic District Commission for up to 3 minutes about an issue that is not listed as a public hearing on this agenda. To request to speak if listening by phone, press star 9. If you're video conferencing, use the raise hand button. So this would be when public comment happens. Is there anyone online or no? Very good. No one is approaching the podium, so we will move on to E, unfinished business, and there's no unfinished business. There's no hearings, so we're just going to move right ahead to G, new business, and that's really what we're here today to take care of. And G1 is approval of the 2026 meeting calendar. So I'll just hand it over to Mariana if you want to present the calendar.
Yes, yeah, you have
Thank you.
a copy of the calendar in your packets. Same general structure as every year, second Thursday of every month for the Historic District Commission meetings. None of those have changed due to any holidays or elections or things like that. Those are all the same. Review committee, the Monday before the Thursday meeting. There is one change, I believe, for Labor Day in September. And then you have the noon and the 5 p.m.s, depending on how dark it gets outside. And then applications are due in stream 3 Fridays before the Thursday meeting, and those dates are in there as well. And there's a little change in June for Juneteenth, but otherwise they generally follow that structure.
Very good. Any questions on the calendar, comments? Okay. Let's approve the, do you have to make a motion or we just, do we have a motion on the table?
To approve.
Yeah.
Second.
All right, that's great. Thank you. All those in favor of approving this, please say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed, say no. Okay, the calendar has been approved. Did that all sound good enough?
That sounds lovely.
Great. Okay. We also had some minutes that we can approve, and those were for the November 13th meeting. So I'm sure everyone took a look at those, and I'm wondering if there's any questions, comments, changes. Very good. I'm not seeing any, so the minutes are approved as presented. And as always, thank you to Brittany Alexander from the city for providing the minutes and the agenda for the meeting. It's possible that Courtney Manor also helped, as she often does. Sometimes it's hard to tell. But anyway, thank you, one and all, for all the help at the city. And Now we'll move on to reports from commissioners. I had kind of an unofficial report since we didn't have much to discuss here. It's concerning the comprehensive land use plan that I'm sure everyone's familiar with, and I went through it. I get questions from my neighbors, and I'm guessing you guys do too. Mostly like what specific to historic district things. So I just went through and looked for, does the plan mention historic districts? And there's just two things I'm going to read, just so we all kind of know. There was just really two mentions. And one was kind of a listening, like, we heard you, this is what you said. And then the other one is more of like, how the historic district actually fits into the plan. So the first one, the first mention is just, let's see, I got it on page 39 here, and it's regarding a listening activity that the city was listening to the participants, and it says, participants called for a balanced approach between development and preserving what makes Ann Arbor a great place to live. While there was general agreement that increased density is necessary to achieve the city's goals for more housing, more walkable rather than car-dependent neighborhoods, and preserved open space, many also emphasize the need to ensure community amenities, green spaces, historic districts, and the scale of new development is considered. So there it is. Historic districts was heard by the people creating the document as something that people want to make sure, people of Ann Arbor want to make sure are still present. And then the other one is regarding, it's in one of the goals of the plan. Goal 1 is increase the supply. I mean, that seems obvious. And so that was why it's goal 1, I'm sure. And it's interesting what they say in here about historic districts. It says, historic district boundaries and development will continue to follow the standards and guidelines established by the Historic District Commission. The city's 15 historic districts are legally protected with the purpose to preserve the city's buildings and places of cultural and historical significance for future generations, an outcome from decades of legislative actions of the city. Great. However, in the effort to protect, they also regulate new development in a manner that can be more limiting than underlying zoning regulations alone. As a result, while these neighborhoods are some of the city's most beloved, they are often limited in providing new housing units comparable to similarly zoned property elsewhere. So that's, sort of a balanced statement there. Like they're there and we acknowledge them, but they're making our job more difficult, basically, which it's kind of a decent summary, actually, of what is going on here. So I just wanted to read those. Just so it's in your back pocket, when someone approaches you. I was not intending this to be like a big discussion about, the plan, but if someone else, wants to comment, I'd be happy to hear it, or we can move on. I thought I heard something for a second. Okay, let's move on. We're moving on to assignments. So we had an assignment from whoever was assigned and volunteered. I'm not sure who it was. It was you and Steve? Yeah. Anyway, thank you both for volunteering. And so now we'll ask again. Looks like the meeting's on Thursday, January 8th. So make sure that you're going to be around for that. And then if you would like to volunteer for the Monday, January 5th at noon, we would be thrilled. So
I will be out of town for both.
Yeah, okay.
I can probably make that. I can make Thursday for sure. I will be on the review committee too.
Okay,
Perfect. Thank you, Jenna.
thank you. So we've got Commissioner Carter. Is anyone else interested and available? Yeah, you're in the office. That's why the noon meeting's not for everyone. But I will volunteer then to do it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Okay. So now moving right along to reports from staff. Are there any reports from staff?
I'll just say, since you brought up the comprehensive plan,
Yeah.
we are collecting feedback at engage.a2gov.org, the Engaged page. We are accepting any public comment, any feedback online for the comprehensive plan until January 5th. And then if you're interested in coming in person, the next Planning Commission meeting is December 16th. That's next Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. And they'll be discussing the comprehensive plan.
Great. Thank you very much, Mariana. L, concerns of commissioners. No, okay. Okay, we've got a couple things listed on the agenda here for communications. I'm guessing there aren't any just various communications? No. And then what is the planning activities report?
Yeah, so Planning Services is trying to get better at putting out our annual report for our department activities. And so we're working to make it a biannual report right now. And so the one that was most recently published is the 2023 to 2024 Planning Services report. Gives an overview of the department, who retired, who was hired. It also gives an overview of everything that we've processed in the past 2 years, or 23 to 24, which includes the HDC, so the number of COAs, what went through staff approval, what went to the commission. It does the same for Planning Commission, for the Zoning Board of Appeals, things like that. So it's just a snapshot of what the Planning Department has done over the past few years.
Great. Was that attached to the meeting? I didn't look.
It was
Recently.
reattached earlier today. So yes, we noticed that it was not there. So the agenda was republished with the attachment.
Got it.
So it should now be there. And it's just, I think it's like 15 pages, and just there's some graphics, some information, just if you're curious about what we do from 8 to 5.
Great. And is that the only place to get it, within the meeting?
I'm sure.
Or is there?
I'm sure it's online somewhere,
It's online somewhere.
but I couldn't tell you off
Yeah.
the top of my head where it is.
Very
But
good.
it's been published, it's been presented to Planning Commission, and it's going to all of the other boards and commissions as well.
Fantastic. Thank you. Okay. Well, that brings us to the end of the meeting here, folks. So let's now adjourn the December 11th, 2025 HDC meeting at 7:13 p.m. Thank you. Thank you.